everybody. Welcome to Grow on Social. Today we're going to be talking about Alignable. And this is an important discussion because I know a lot of you are avoiding using some of these platforms because you're just not sure why. And so I'm going to walk you through Alignable, but we'll further this conversation. We'll welcome you to the Grow on Social family, those of you that have become members. And please, we're going to post this in the closed Grow on Social group on Facebook, as well as we will put this on the Grow on Social website. Make sure that, especially in the Facebook page, if you have any comments or questions, please leave them for us. We want to make sure that we're addressing that in the next video. So let's go ahead and get started and take a look at my Alignable. So this is my Alignable page, and just some basic, we're going to go around this home page just so you know what is there and what is at your fingertips to help you utilize this platform. So at the very top, it says Search Alignable. Hopefully you can see my cursor up there. Okay, so at the very top, we're looking at Search Alignable. And the nice thing about this is that you can plug in something you're searching for. So let's say that your business, you want to align with, or you're looking for dog groomers, okay? So for some reason, you want to connect with dog groomers as a business owner. I search dog groomers, it's going to give me options. I'm going to look for dog groomer businesses, and bam, now I have a list of dog grooming businesses that I can connect to. It's going to tell me their location, some of their keywords that they have linked to their profile. This is a valuable resource if you're trying to do business to business, because now this is a quick and easy search that you can do. And this isn't just people that you're connected with. Now, a lot of times when you use, say, LinkedIn, it's going to tell you who you're connected with. This is great because this is going to give you the ability to reach out to people you don't know, because as you'll see here on the right-hand side, it's connect. Who can you connect to? So these are people that you don't already know. So great opportunity there to use that search bar. So going again back on this home page, there's things you can do to get noticed. So you can get the word out, add a promotion, see who knows you or who you know, sync your contacts and see who you already know. So when I was building my Alignable, when I started this, I was invited by someone that I had networked with like 2 years prior. And she sent me an invitation and I said, sure, I'll check it out. And so I did. And I thought, well, this is kind of cool. And at the time, and we're talking 2 years ago, maybe more, I should probably look into that. Very few people were using Alignable. And so it was kind of really fresh and new. And so I said, this is something I want to check out. And so I created the profile and got all of that started. And I used this and I connected my LinkedIn. Now, at the time, my LinkedIn probably had about 5,000 connections. So my connections here on Alignable grew very quickly by linking that. So I would definitely suggest that you do that. If you have another platform out there that you have a lot of connections to, link that up, because that's going to grow your connections here on Alignable quickly. Get answers. This is a huge opportunity for exposure. So this is going to be, if you click on this, it's going to give you an opportunity to post a question, and then people are going to come and answer that. And all this is good for is if it's a question that really is, really catches attention and gets people interested in responding. So making sure that you're putting a question out there that really kind of is on the minds of business owners out there. They're going to respond, and this really sends your engagements through the roof because you're having some sort of interaction. So huge opportunity for you to utilize that is make sure that you're putting out questions as well as utilizing that section and answering other people's questions, because that's going to get you and your profile seen. Invite people you know, the neighborhood helper. So these are just businesses that they're plugging in front of me to invite to connect. So Alignable really learned that, wow, we have a valuable resource people can connect. So they're really kind of doing what LinkedIn or even Facebook does, which is they make the recommendations of who you connect to. I always say make sure that that makes sense for you, as my particular business is very local to Hillsborough and the surrounding communities. Connecting with somebody in Phoenix, Arizona isn't necessarily something I want to do. So making sure that we're utilizing that in the best way for your business is what's really going to support you. So also on this homepage, it shows my profile here, or at least my picture here. If you click on this, it's going to show you the profile that everybody else sees. This is your profile card, if you will. This is what everybody else sees when they look at you. And we're going to go through some of that detail a little later, but that is where you can access that on the home pages to click on your title. 4,059 impressions of my business in the last 90 days. You want those numbers high. That means people are looking at your stuff and they're literally coming across your name 4,000 times. So, or 4,000 most likely different people. So it's really good to have a high number there. 81 referrals received last 90 days. Again, and then you can click on here. It's going to say see your activity, and you can literally see your peaks and your valleys, right? So most likely all of these peaks are because I did something, whether it was I posted a question or a picture or an event or an interaction. And this is really where you want. And so you can see that I have a lot of opportunity to bring those numbers up and to get more activity. Even though I still have high numbers, there's a lot of opportunity that's being missed. So great place to go see your activity and see, if you're using Alignable in a way that's going to get you the exposure that you need. And then this tells me in Hillsborough, Oregon, there's 1,104 businesses that are registered through Alignable in Hillsborough. And what's important for me to look at is that when I go to my network, I have 963 connections. All of my connections are not in Hillsborough, but obviously if there's 1,100 connections in Hillsborough, I want to have close to that number. I want to look like I'm well connected. And not only look like well connected, I am well connected. And that's important if you're trying to build power partners with other businesses or relationships with other businesses, because they want to know that you're moving and shaking too, because there's value in being connected to you. So that pretty much does it for the homepage. Then they're going to give you kind of a feed, if you will, of some of the events that are going on. I like to go and like these. People all of the time, I hear people say, I'm not going to like your page if I don't really know who you are, kind of stuff. And that really bugs me, because what is this hurting? Like me liking that, what is that hurting? I don't think it's hurting anything, but it is supporting somebody. So give the support. You want to spread the love. There's so much benefit. These little screens pop up. Do you also recommend Heartland Payment Systems? Now, recommending is a little bit different. Like going out of my way and recommending, I really want to be able to say that I know the business. Liking their event or their post is a different story. So I like to go through here, and it will tell you once you've caught up with all of the, when you basically have caught up with yourself. It's going to ask me each time if I want to recommend these people. And again, if I know them, yes, I've already recommended them, kind of a deal. There's a lot since I've been in here. So anyway, that's what you want to do. You want to go through and you want to, it's just like Facebook. If you've listened to me at all, you know that I really press upon engagement. And just past Kesley there. And so this is all about engagement. This is you interacting with somebody else, because what's going to happen is they're going to get an alert that you liked their page, and they may or may not actually go to your website or your profile and check you out. So it's an important thing that you can do there. Okay, so that was the homepage. Again, you can scroll down, you can see all of those events. It's going to be popping up more there. The Hillsborough newsletter is something that Alignable puts out. I get it emailed to me, and it will showcase businesses. It will feature events, local discussion, ask the locals, where locals go. The more activity you have on Alignable, the more opportunity that you're going to show up in this little newsletter. So that's why it's so important that you're coming on here and you're doing some form of engagement so that you can get your business out there. Picks from the Q&A, nearby recent activity, and it just keeps going on and on and on and on. So that's your homepage. That's pretty much all that's there. I always recommend just walk yourself through, your platform. Just walk yourself through it, click on things, check them out. I do these trainings just so I can help you kind of maybe realize what something's for that you didn't think of, like the search bar. How can you use that? It's a valuable tool to search for businesses that you want to network with. So the next tab is your network. So this is going to tell you how many connections you have. It says help my network. If we click on that, that's where we went through and we liked their content, right? So we're helping them see, oh, that doesn't scroll. See who you already know. Click on that. And so this actually is pulling up my email list. I'm going to skip that and go back to it. And then all the businesses you should know all in one place. So what I do with this section, because I am looking for local businesses, is I'll scroll through here to find Hillsborough, Beaverton, and I will connect with them. And when you hit connect, what's going to happen is it's going to pop up this screen. And there's a couple things you can do. So you'll see that it's telling me that they're outside my local area, which for Alignable, my local area is Hillsborough. And it's actually like, it's like how should I say, it's like a square mile. It's not like the whole city of Hillsborough. So it's important for people to understand that because they get very confused on why they can't connect with certain people. So this is telling me that this person is outside my local area and I can still connect them with credits that I have remaining. Now I do have Alignable Premium, so I do pay for the premium service and it gives me this opportunity. I do believe if you don't pay premium, you just have the basic, which is free, that you have access to this. They give you so many credits. I know that with premium, I get way more credits. But the key to understanding in this section is you'll give an opportunity to how to respond to these people that you requested to connect with. And you can check, I know them, refer each other business, learn about their business, another reason. When you do another reason, it's going to give you a text box. And this is you writing that person that you want to connect with them, right? So you could say, hey, I just noticed your profile and I'm really interested in blah, blah, blah. It's more personal if you're using that message box. So when applicable, please do. And then for this, I would use my Anywhere credit. If it is in network or in your area, then there's just a button that you're going to push that through. So that's really all you're going to find on their network page. You do have your categories here, so you can find people that are just nearby. So you narrow that down. You can find people in categories, or it sorts people by categories. So it looks like they're putting all wines up front. Now we're going to click to, jumped right ahead, new members. So I like to see who's new and came along, see if there's somebody I want to connect to in that capacity. And then it says people I know. Again, it's going to go back and pull from my email. It's going to request my email to grab those people. Next, we're going to click on my community. And, I'm running through these things because I want to give you that brief overview, like I said, of Alignable. So my community, so this is interesting. So it's going to tell you, here's our kind of rundown for Hillsborough, 1,104 members. You can click on the directory, the calendar, services, local forum, and invite people. And then here's where they archive all of those newsletters, which I also get by email. So I click on the directory. It's going to have a list of local businesses in Hillsborough, and you get to search by most recommended, name, and newest. Again, I like newest. I can see who's new to my area that I want to connect with. This is all going to be people in your servicing area, so you don't have to worry about whether you have credits or not to be able to connect with them. So, and what I like to share with people, because I'm kind of, I've worked the system and I've worked really hard. CMK is at the top of the list for our location, 96 recommendations. And it's just something I'm proud of, not only from me, but for the CMK community. So it's kind of an honor to be sitting right there. So it's just a way to see who all in Hillsborough, that 1,104 people, who they are. And you can kind of get an idea of who's actually using it and who's not. Calendar is just that. If you post an event, this is where it's going to show in the calendar. And this should be Hillsborough businesses, because we are in the Hillsborough section, if you will. Services, same thing as the event calendar. It's going to, anybody that posts about a service they provide is going to drop into here. I also like to come through here and like these. Again, people, don't get so caught up in, well, I don't know if I should attach my business to that activity, because it's just ridiculous. So I go through and I like it kind of thing. And of course, if I had more time and I wasn't doing a training video, I'd actually be looking specifically at them and gleaning whether or not it's something I want to participate in or what have you. Then there's the local forum. That's going to be your Q&A area. So any questions and answers that are local are going to be posted there. Blog. So businesses can post blogs up on the directory. And that is where they get dropped in, is right there. And then brand ratings. This is actually new to me in this area. Yeah, you get to vote here, and then you can leave a comment. So that's just helping people locate brands and see what everybody else is saying about it. So that was the community page. Okay. And next is Q&A. These are just kind of shortcuts at this point. Again, where you can post your question and get answers. Messaging is just that. Somebody emails you a message. They've just now added where online connections. It'll show you when they're online. This is almost becoming like Facebook. New message where you can message somebody, and then they actually have it where you have a chat box. Okay, so on any other page, it comes up as a chat box. And when you click on somebody, it's actually a chat window. For the longest time, Alignable didn't have that, and it was actually set up in this kind of email format where you were interacting with people. So that has changed. They've kind of updated that, which I'm actually happy about. Notifications are great because you can see who's done what. And I always like to come through here and double check if I have any recommendations, because what happens is you have to actually accept their recommendation for it to get posted. You actually have to accept their recommendation. So you want to make sure that you are viewing those. I'm pretty sure I've already accepted these. Yeah. That way they're active and they're good and everybody else can see them as well. And so you can go through here and see what people are doing. Some people have received new recommendations. People have liked my question. It's just kind of a good way to see what the interaction is and whether you're getting enough. And then, of course, the last one is your business, which has your face on it. This is just, it takes you back to your profile. And if you didn't know, CMK was voted the Small Business Person of the Year. I guess I was voted the Small Business of the Year in 2018. So pretty proud of that they have that posted there. So all of your kind of contact, this is just your profile that is on here. And then if you click here, this is where you can change your membership, invite businesses, account settings. That's where you're kind of updating things. Visit your profile should give you like this. You can change your picture by clicking that on the corner. You hit edit, and that allows you to really edit all of those sections, add tags, and so on. Each section gives you, anywhere you see that little pencil, you should know this by now, you can edit that section, and that's really what you're looking for. So that's found when you click here and you go visit your profile. So yeah, that's a quick introduction to Alignable, walk you around the profile, kind of see how you can utilize it a little bit better for your business. You want to connect with people. You want your connection number to be high. And what I always encourage people to do is find out what your competition's doing and do better. because if you want your business to grow and you want to be successful, you need to know that you're in competition with other people out there. And it can be healthy competition. This doesn't have to be a negative thing, and it doesn't have to be a drag out fight that you're having with somebody else that's doing what you do. But it is a way for you to see how visible are they, and are you visible? Because if you're not, they're going to get all the business and you're not going to. And I want to see you succeed. So make sure that you're working really hard to connect with as many people as you can connect with in the realm of what you're doing and in the industry that you're doing and what makes sense. And if there's any way that I can help you, I'm more than happy to connect with me at CMK, especially if you're local. I'd love to see your business get more exposure and get help. And like I said, wherever we post this, if there's an opportunity to comment, let us know what questions you have about the information we shared here. You can always reach out to me on the Grow on Social Facebook page, both private and the open network one. And you can find me, of course, on Facebook, Instagram, all over the place. I want to really be able to help you guys understand how to use these platforms and succeed at it. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you on the next video.